Hi guys, Steph here. Right, now I keep on telling you people out there when I do my pen hauls, if there's anything of interest, get in touch down below there. So I had a viewer, a customer that did just that. And in my recent pen haul, I think it was the disappointing pen haul, he saw this pen here. There we go. Nice pen as it is, just needs a little bit of TLC. Hey! And after that TLC, here's the pen in question. Absolutely gorgeous. What we've got is a Parker Vacumatic Junior in what I term as, well, laminated silver pearl with silver trim, as you can see there. Lovely pen. As I said, this gentleman saw not just this one but another one. He reserved them subject to full restoration. They're now both restored and they're both ready to go into the post. So lucky gentleman. So as I say, a Parker Vacumatic Junior, the size of the pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's 133 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a tad under 12 millimeters in diameter. And as I mentioned, we've got these two sort of nickel silver cap bands there, and then we've got the very recognizable silver nickel clip there, the arrow clip, and it's got this little pointed or slightly coned jewel to the very top. Now this is the later version in that we'll show you in a moment. It's a Vacumatic with the plastic plunger. So this one is made in Canada. And how do we know that? Nice and simple. It tells us on the barrel imprint there. So it's got Parker Vacumatic. It's made in Canada. And also you'll see to the very right there, it has the number 4, which is the date of the pen. And I'm dating it around, well, 1944. Now, if I'm wrong, please leave a comment down below. Let us know. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I personally still get confused with these Vacumatics. Which model is it? What's the date, etc.? You know, even I've been doing it for a while and I still get confused. So, yeah, I'm dating it 1944. So, let's undo the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a couple of different angles. As I said, the gentleman saw them, he emailed me, he reserved them, subject to full restoration. And as I said, both are ready to go. Let's go up to the section. These pens tend to have quite a small section. As you can see, it tapers out to a lip towards the nib there, and it's got the what we term as the arrow nib there, and the imprint is 14 carat Parker Vacumatic, and as I said, it's what we term as the arrow nib, because it's got this sort of inlaid arrow to the nib, as you can see there. Let's turn it over. There's the feed, typical ladder feed of the period, nice and clean. There's a sideways view. So everything has been fully disassembled, everything has been cleaned, and it's now ready to go. It's in gorgeous condition, and you may have actually noticed, look at that, it's got a lovely transparency. Now on these Vacumatics, the sort of transparency does vary, you know, pen by pen, and this one is actually lovely and clean in that if we undo the blind cap, there you go. You can see it's got the sort of plastic plunger there. But what we're going to do, let me get this light here, and there we go. And if I push on the plunger, there you go. You can see the diaphragm moving in and out. But look at that transparency. You can see the air tube there as well. But very nice indeed. Very clean internally, which is what we like to see. Okay, so lovely transparency to the barrel. Let's pop it back again. Let's pop the cap back on. So there's one of them, the Parker Vacumatic. And again, this is the Junior in silver pearl. And then secondly, he saw this one here. And once again, nice pen. And once again, just needs some TLC. And there we go. After the TLC, here's the pen in question. And yet another gorgeous, gorgeous pen. Again, a Parker Vacumatic. This one made in USA. And this one in what I term as the laminated gold pearl, or some people call it the brown pearl. And in this case, the trim is actually gold filled, gold plated. You can see it's got this slightly larger band with the chevrons running around the band there. The clip on this one, as you can see, is what we term as a blue diamond clip, which is self-explanatory. Now, the little problem that I had with this is when I actually got the pen, the blue diamond there was slightly chipped. When I popped it into the ultrasonic cleaner, it actually removed it altogether. So what I had to do then is refill the diamond there with the blue enamel. And as you can see now, looking very nice indeed. Once again to the top, slight, not so much a peak, but we've got this black stud to the very top of the cap there. But all in all, you can see there, everything is looking very nice, as I've just mentioned, including this blue diamond. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Incidentally, this one, again, we've just said made in USA. And let's show you the barrel imprint. There you go. So, Parker Vacumatic, says made in USA. And I don't know if you can actually see it. In this case, the date number is number 5. So I'm saying the pen is made 1945. Okay, which is correct to the idea that this one's got the black plunger, which is the later version. And the size of this one, capped, is 129 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 12 millimeters in diameter. So the model, I believe, is the major, and it actually may be, because of the size of it lengthwise, it may be the debutante major. Again, anybody knows a little bit better, down below, leave us a comment. We all learn something new every day. And even I get it wrong. Okay, so once again, customary swirls all round there. We've got the section, again very similar to the other one, quite small, flares out towards the nib. Now, this pen, when I actually received it, it had a problem with the nib. There you go, you can see there, you can see the tine to the very top there, the tipping is actually broken off. So, I knew I had a couple of Vacumatic nibs in my little stash, and I thought, right, I'll have a spare one. Unfortunately, I didn't have the correct nib for this particular pen. I mean, this nib is slightly bigger than the previous junior model. Okay, so I did not have the nib to fit this particular pen. Now, coincidentally, last weekend I went to a local antique shop and I found half a dozen pens, and one of them was this Waterman 515. Okay, now I didn't look at it at the time, but when I got home, I looked at it and it had the wrong nib. It had a Parker Vacumatic nib. So I removed it, as you can see there. So that was very handy. And this is the nib in question. Look at that. Once again, a narrow clip, 14 karat gold, Parker Vacumatic. In this particular case, the nib is made in Canada, which is not unusual to find an American Vacumatic with a Canadian nib. So it's not unusual, and I'm quite happy with this nib in this pen. And another little bonus, if you look there, okay, it's actually an oblique nib. So extra bonus. So there's a sideways view. Once again, the feed underneath is the standard ladder feed of that particular period. And once again, this is the plastic plunger like we see here. Okay, and again, now it's been cleaned. There you go. You can see slightly different than the other pen, but once again, there you go. Both pens have had brand new diaphragm fitted, and you can see the diaphragm moving in and out as I'm pushing it. And also you can see there the breather tube as well. So now that they've both been cleaned, you can see they've got lovely barrel transparency. And again, they're both now ready to go to the new owner. Okay, so there we have it. Now, okay, what I'll do, we'll do a writing test, but for obvious reasons, as you can see, they're both lovely and clean. I'm not going to fill the pens. I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner. Okay, he can decide whether he actually, well, fills it with ink or places it in his collection. So I've got Parker Vacumatic, and this one made, I forgot where it was made, in Canada, isn't it? In Canada. Okay, dating it 1944, and it's writing very nicely indeed, with a fine line with, yeah, look at that. I never noticed that. Okay, we've run out of ink, but look at that. It's got a little bit of flex to the nib as well, but right with a fine line, but with little pressure on the downward stroke, we're getting a nice line variation. Okay, so that's the junior. This is what I term as the major. Again, let's dip it. So what we've got, once again, a Parker Vacumatic. This one now made in, let's give it another dip, made in USA, and this one around about 1945. Okay, so there we go. We've run out of ink on it, so it doesn't really matter, but just very briefly, So there we go. This one writing, as you can see, it's got a sort of slight line variation. As I said before, writing it with an oblique line. But we've run out of ink, so, oh, there's a bit in it. But doesn't matter because the video, time-wise, is going a little bit over than I expected. So let's pop that to one side, move the paper, and there we have it. Nice and simple. If you see anything of interest, get in touch. Two gorgeous Parker Vacumatics. Okay, that a gentleman saw, reserved, they've been restored, and they'll be in the post tomorrow. So, I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pens as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from these two gorgeous pens. Bye-bye for now.